Very festive.
Yes.
Very
Hi,
cute.
Anna. Nice to see you back again. So many friendly faces. If you are willing, we love seeing your faces. And if you don't mind turning your cameras on, we'd love that. If not, we understand. And also, if you would open the chat, which is at the bottom of your screen if you're on a computer, and let us know where you're here from. We've had people from all over the world, all on one call, or Zoom, whatever this is. And it's really fun for everybody to see where everybody's from. So, and it also, is this your first party? Is it your 10th party? Let us know. Hi, Brian. I see your name, not your face. We're just gonna wait just another couple minutes and then we'll get going. San Francisco, Massachusetts here.
Ooh, Rhode Island.
Did somebody just say Singapore and I missed it? Someone scroll back on that for me.
Singapore, just out of bed.
Wow, thank you for joining us. We can add that to our little map of the world of who has joined us. That's so exciting.
Betsy's in North Carolina, even though she's from DC, which is great. And not her first rodeo.
With us from the beginning. I know. Hi, Betsy. Yes. Thank you. I love your brooch, by the way. Super cute. Yes. Fun. Brooches.
It's only because the 4 things I already bought from Nicole, the lawyers of DC made a run on Lilian Asterfield recently. And it's only because they were shipped to DC, but I'm at a cabin in North Carolina that does not accept mail. So I just have to be honest.
That is off grid.
But of course, Megan, I brought your necklaces, which I wear for my dress up days at work.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so fun.
So tonight we have 7 artists, which means we should probably get started so that we can be respectful of everybody's time. So again, we do love to see your faces. So if you're willing to turn your camera on, we'd love that. And again, if not, we understand. If you want to open the chat and let us know what you're loving, if you have questions, anything really, and we'll do our best to answer you. If we don't answer you during the artist presentation, we will do our best to answer in the after party as well. So just know we're not ignoring you. We're just trying to stay on schedule. Just one technical thing, if anything happens during the call and we feel that we need to end the Zoom abruptly, we will post a link to artpartycentral.org on the homepage at the top in red, and it will say updated link. And we will also email you with that updated link. Happen often, every once in a while, you never know. So we just want you to be prepared for what happens, and we hope you rejoin us. Now that all that technical stuff is out of the way, we do like to start our parties with a little cheers to being together on this lovely evening. So cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Pardon my Zoom lipstick where it, I had real lipstick on, I hated it. So anyway, so at this point we are going to mute everybody, which is just Zoom protocol. And then I have to unmute myself. And for those that don't know me, my name is Laura Kandell, and I'm really excited to be your host tonight. I come to Art Party Central from the contemporary craft show world, where I produced shows for almost 17 years. And even for me, it's really just so fun to be here and meet new artists and get to know the ones that I already know and love even more. I learned stuff in our 3:30 party. I learned things about all of these people that I didn't know before. And I've like been to weddings and stuff up there. So I'm really learning and it's really fun. So we hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. I am also really lucky to have with me one of Art Party Central's co-founders as a co-host with me today. Her name's Carla Goodian of Carla Goodian Art and Design. And you can find her as admin in the chat. And if you need anything, you can reach out to her as well. So enough about me. We have 7 super talented artists with us today, and they are Meghan Patrice Riley from Meghan Patrice Riley Jewelry, Crystal Kodada, Maryszka and Toshiki from Toshiki and Maryszka, Lauren Blais from Lauren Blais Jewelry, Nicole deponte from Lilian Asterfield, Mary Jaeger, and Sam Stone from Swan&Stone Millinery. And Meghan and Sam are also co-founders of Art Party Central. So we're very lucky to have them here. Let me tell you how all this is going to shake out for the evening. Each of the 7 artists will give a presentation. Then if time allows, we'll ask them 1 or 2 questions that were previously submitted. We will then raffle off 1 $50 gift certificate to each of their websites. That's 7 chances to win just for being here, which is really exciting. You do have to be present to win, so make sure to stick around until the end. And we will also give you a coupon code that's good on all 7 of the artists' websites as well at the end of the party. And then we stay on for a little while after all the presentations and sort of hang out and chat and ask some more questions. And you're welcome to stay and hang out with us, or if it's bedtime, we get that too. So we hope to spend a little time with you there. And now let's get to the fun stuff. Let's see some art, some beautiful things. Our first artist today is Meghan Patrice Riley.
Hi, guys. Hello, welcome. So nice to see everybody. My name is Meghan Patrice Riley. I want to welcome you. It is just, before I get started, it's just a pleasure to be here, and happy holidays for everybody. I know we're all busy. This is so nice to take a moment and enjoy a little bit with you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my work. We're in Brooklyn, New York. We're in my studio. This is where everything is fabricated. I've been here 10 years, which has just been it's just been a pleasure. I make everything out of, I'm a contemporary jewelry artist. I love traditional metalworking and fabrication, but I also really love textiles, and I love different materials. So I take non-traditional materials and blend that with more traditional metals, and then created my own fabrication technique and design. So I take this really simple industrial steel cable. It's little miniature cables, little mini. It's like little mini bike locks. Like your bike lock is made out of a woven cable that is many strands of steel braided together. What happens when you do that is it makes it really, really strong. I brought a couple of really big pieces actually, which I think are good examples of some of how I work in a more miniature form before I show you some more mini pieces. This is one of my kind of larger swirl pieces, and it has that same industrial steel cable, as you can see, really kind of like not super large, but these are all, I do this by hand. These are huge tubes that I use huge pliers to cramp down and make fixed points to do a weaving basically in steel. This I apply to really fun and simple pieces with industrial steel cable in a miniaturized form. I really like this blend of really fineness, lightness, delicacy, kind of femininity, but the core of this is steel. And what's cool is it has that same property, even though it's miniature, it's super strong. When you braid something together or when you use textiles, it makes it exponentially stronger, which I think is fascinating. So I can get something really petite and little, but then it has a wonderful strength. This is one of my most core, simple pieces. I started with circles. I was really thinking about, and I've been thinking a lot about what I've been doing in the last 10 years and curating my collection, especially within my website as I'm building that out and trying to show things in a 2D world, what I'm doing in a 3D world. So I've been thinking about within the collection, I use really simple forms and build on them. So I use circles a lot, which is one of my most simple pieces, but blend different colors in. So gold and silver brings really, so it makes it feel like it's moving or dancing. And there's little gold and silver bits. And I love the geometry of these being little squares on these circles. It dances on there, which I think is gorgeous. I also love the idea of really simple lines. So I do these liquidy, these feel like graphs to me. I love statistics and I studied math as my education. So I came to jewelry later, and I think I still bring a little bit of my aesthetic or some of my past life into this. But this has, again, golds and silvers. This is a really good example of all the metals I work in. So it's all steel underneath, but I'm getting different coatings to mimic different metals. So I'll bring in silvers and golds. Those are actually silver and gold. And then I put clear coating over them so they get that rich yellow gold color. Then gunmetals, the steel, and then a bronze, but then blend in all of these silvers and golds. Yes, I do use magnet clasp, so they're incredibly light, so it has a really light feel, even though it can get really big, like the piece I'm wearing. This is the same idea, but I've just built up the layers over and over again. Okay, I really clasped this really good today because I shortened it with an extender. So this is one of my one-of-a-kind pieces that I did with freshwater pearls. I love bringing in gemstones, and I kind of hide them in there. So they're become part of the tapestry of the piece. They become part of the fabric. I feel like I am building fabrics, even though it's metals. So this has that pearls in there, and they have that same property, even though they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And they pop on with a magnet clasp. So this is a little rare earth magnet, and I set it with quartz crystals. Just easy to take on and off. This I felt like was a nice 18-inch everyday mixed metals. Even though it's simple, there is still a lot of movement. From here, I can get a lot bigger. So this is my line segments, but I also do it in this, it can get really extravagant. This is one of my most favorite pieces, and this is my personal piece that I wear. It's that gold.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
my
Oh yeah.
it's on my it's on my my bucket list big time. So you just showed us a bunch of necklaces. I'm breaking.
Mm-hmm.
You showed us a bunch of necklaces.
I know, sorry, I get so excited.
Can you show me some earrings?
Absolutely, and I have some great new ones. Actually, the ones I'm wearing, I'm going to show these first. This is something I haven't shown yet. These are really simple little bow tie pearls. They're really sweet contemporary version. This is an homage to my mom. She's here tonight. So she really liked these, and this is why they're popular. This is one of my most popular items this season. These I did in a yellow pearl here, but blush pearl and a light gray, white, many different gemstones, but they sit horizontal like a little bow tie. And I really liked the geometry of this, that it was really simple, but just flipped that idea of instead of a diamond stud or a pearl stud rather.
We'll take diamond studs too.
Me too. I'll take any stud. Yeah. I'll take jewelry, period. Yes.
Jewelry, period. And yes, we see everybody in the chat asking about brooches. So many questions about brooches.
Oh, it's coming. And bracelets. I know there's a bunch of stuff.
Show me bracelets.
Oh yeah. So
show me a couple bracelets.
I did bring a couple really good gift ones. These have been really popular. This is our little mini Vertigo one. And I did this with rainbow pearls and then sterling silver. And again, with that magnet clasp. Oops.
So easy.
Right?
Great for arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
Like so easy on and off.
And I think a cute layer piece and really simple and light and delicate, but again, really pretty and has that same stretchiness. Again, and then the line segments I did in that gold, and I thought it just feels nice. It's simple, but it has a lot of shine and sparkle.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you. Have a great one.
We'll talk more about brooch concepts at another.
Thank you again. Thanks everyone again for being here. Yay.
So we are going to turn it over to Crystal Kodada. Crystal?
Thank you so much, Laura. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Welcome to my home. Thank you so much for coming today on this lovely Thursday. Happy holidays. A little bit about myself. I went to FIT for accessory designs. I do all my technical designs and specifications, actually like so. This is how it looks, like the sketches. These are the type of things that I do before it actually comes to real handbags. I've been in business for 6 years. I have all my handbags manufactured in a small factory in Union City, New Jersey. And all my handbags are made from full grain leather. which gets better with age, just like us ladies. A little piece of leather here for you to show you how it looks before it's deconstructed. You can see it kind of has this really great high-low factor, and it's actually leather that's made in from like upholstery from couches, so it's super durable and it smells fabulous. So let us get started. So first we have my first design. I was in love at first sketch when I first designed it. This is the Limitless Tote. So it has 7 pockets. It's all about fashion and functionality. I'm all about designing with a purpose to really empower and inspire others beyond the purse. So here you have 7 pockets. Everything's at your fingertips. So you can put like your mask here, you can put your cell phone here, and your sunglasses in this little deep pocket over here. Everything has like a reason to exist, so that it's like a handbag should be like your sidekick, it should be like your assistant. Altoids here, and then you have my little secret pockets here. This has like a nice top dip over here, like all my totes, so that like it's really comfortable under your arms, so it doesn't rise above. Like it just lays nicely. It has light lining, so you can easily find everything. So that's that. Then we have my Rockstar clutch. This is the Invincible clutch. So it is a handheld. So I have actually a patent on it. So you can see this clutch, I designed it for the intent of like, so you don't lose your bag. And it actually ends up being like jewelry for your hand. It can be your right or lefty. It's just like really comfortable and very like versatile, great for gifts, like super unique as a gift. And then you have your ID or credit card under the flap, or like a business card. Has light lining again, and it's really big inside. Actually, can like fit a lot of things. And then it also has a chain strap, so you can turn it into like a crossbody if you wanted to. It's also detachable, so it can come off. So it really gives you the option. We only have like 2 colors available. It's also featured in Vogue as well. So that's the Invincible clutch. Then we go into a bit more of a streamlined bag, which is the Timeless Tote. Again, always my rule of thumb is like 2 pockets, always at least at minimum. So this is a pocket in the front for your iPad, pocket in the back. Also too, I have like all of like my embossing logo on the bottom, so it's like secret yet special, because that's what you are, secret and special, definitely special. And then we have my latest design, which is the Freedom Backpack. It's meant to be super comfortable and sleek, but not like bulky, very like on the go, you know, and it's sort of like this dressy, like casual look as for like a backpack. Also, you can really, it opens end to end, so you can easily have your water bottle, again, electronic devices, pocket in the inside, pockets in the front, all about pockets. And then again, you can always put your cell phone in this pocket. Also has a pocket in the back as well. So it's like kind of like hidden, also padded straps. So it's all about like comfort and like chic comfort. And then lastly, this bag is this is the runway. It can be worn 3 different ways. This is the turmeric color. So it's a really like nice kind of golden color. So it can be worn as a crossbody, or you can take off the strap and it becomes a wristlet. Or you can then take this clasp here and then attach it to here, and it becomes like your little short shoulder. So again, these bags are really great. The runways are really great for gifts as well. Really versatile and functional, and all about quality as well. Again, all about cell phone too. Since we're all in electronic device world, it's all about having all of your devices within like fingertips, you know. Like,
if I don't know where my phone is, I
right?
can't survive my day.
Exactly.
It's horrible. I hate it.
Sure.
But at least if it's tucked in a gorgeous bag that smells good and like, okay, I accept having to have it near me. So can you tell me a little bit about the experience of purchasing a Kodada bag?
Absolutely. I'm all about, yeah, when you purchase a Kodada bag, you're getting like white glove service. You're getting me. You're getting me. Like, I'm all about passion, and I will take you throughout the entire experience from start to finish. You know, when you're on my site, you can chat with me like directly on social media, on email. Like, I just love connecting to people beyond the purse. I ship your orders out. You have like a 10-year warranty. I'm all about I created these like canvas tip bags. Everyone gets one with every purchase. So I love connecting with my customers. My customers have become my friends. It's all about supporting. You know, when you purchase a Kodada bag, you're purchasing the American dream, the just togetherness. That's what all of us together are. We're all in it together.
It's also a piece of how, you know, from my understanding, as an artist, you get the inspiration from them as well. Like when somebody says, well, you know, somebody in here said, I would love one of those, the bags with I'm so sorry, I can't remember the names of the bags, the invincible bag, maybe, with black, with silver, like, is that an option? And you just get ideas, you know?
Absolutely. Yes. I'm always inspired by my customers. Really all my, the Freedom Back bag it was all based on what my customers, I really want, something that's, strong and durable and comfortable, but sleek. Like the Runway was originally a wristlet, and then I made it into a crossbody because my customers we want it as a crossbody. So it's just, I love bringing in my customers into the design process because that's what makes it so special and unique.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful process. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. And we'll take a look at some other colors and whatnot later on. So we're gonna send it over to Maryszka and Toshiki.
And I'm unmuted now.
Yes, you are.
Hi, everybody. It's so great to see you here. I see you even with your cameras off, that you're here, my friends, my clients, at this art party. This is my second one. I was here earlier today. So I'm Maryszka of Toshiki and Maryszka, for those that don't know us. We've been designing and making shearling, wool, through the years, all different kinds of combinations of coats. And it finally segued into shearling. I grew up in Connecticut with a grandmother, a mother who made everything. They sewed, they scoured the mills of New England. They looked for quality. And me being a special sized person, my mother made all my clothes. My arms are about 4 inches longer than any pattern. So then I went off to art school, which was really what made my heart flutter fast, art and design. And I came out with a degree in designer crafts with a textile emphasis. And I was a weaver, trained as a weaver. I came back to New York and started making jackets. Then one night, went to a party in Queens and met this guy, Toshiki. Said he had just graduated fashion design school in Tokyo. And I said, well, come on, let's see what we can do. So over the years, this is what we're up to now. So this is I'm starting with this basic black because everybody loves black. So this is a long swing coat. It's a Napa lamb finish skin paired with a suede. So you have the shiny and the black, the matte together. But that's for the unadventurous. Then we could go on to something really colorful and fun. So we source all our merino shearlings in Europe. Around the perimeter of all the coats, there's a French lambskin, and there's either a subtle design, like on this one, which is a decorative stitching, or a color block, as in this one, or a punch tape. You see, this is a little punch tape design, very subtle, but when you zoom in on it, you know it's something special, and there's pink leather behind it. All our lambskins are from France, where we source the colors and what have you. So these add a little bit of our signature. These are samples of the trims that I would show a customer. either as decorative stitching or the color blocking. You can pick your colors. I can do any colors that we have. So I want to talk a little bit about the way we make these coats. It really, I know you perceive shearling can be pretty heavy on your shoulders and hot, but these are the merino skins, and we construct them with no overlapping seaming. We use fur machine, so it's absolutely flat and silky on the inside. And I wish I could just zoom this softness over to you where you are. So this one doesn't fit me. I'm a special size, like I mentioned, but I'll just throw it on a little bit. And you can see a little pop of color can be really fun for the soul to have. So besides the super and the trims, we're really also known for a little surprise color in shearling. And this is one of our cinched waist, super, super soft skin peplum jackets. So the peplum comes in this inverted version, which tucks in. Can you see that? Or a more skirted version. It's a double breast here, so it's super warm, and you can shawl it out if you go into well, we're going to be wearing these on our pandemic walks for a while, but when you go inside, if you don't need to be all closed up, it shawls out really beautifully, so you can have a nice look when you're indoors as well. So as well as the coats, we do some accessories. I just about live in my little cowl, which started off, we don't want to throw things away. So we made these little cowls, which if you have a sweater or like this dress doesn't have a collar, it's not too tight, so it's not too hot, but it's just a nice little bit of warmth. And then we do the longer versions like the scarves. This is a pretty fabulous one that can just really make an outfit. I mean, I wouldn't wear this with a shearling coat necessarily, but I've worn it over a denim jacket, you know, just when you need to add that warmth. And when you get to wherever you're going, you can just keep it on and it makes an outfit all by itself. So I mentioned that I'm kind of a special size, and that's 90% of our business is doing things made to measure for people. And how we do that virtually is kind of the same way we do it at shows. Is we'd send you a sample of a coat, give us some feedback, you tell us what the base color would be, and then would ask you for some measurements, and then we would make, before we cut the expensive skins, we would make a muslin of the style that you want. And you can try that on, and you can send us pictures back with comments. I think Toshiki's popping in pretty soon. He's, I guess he was just out with the dog. It looks like he's coming in with his coat on. But anyway, we can get the fit right from this muslin and then proceed to go on to the skins.
It makes me think of Project Runway, which I love and obsessed with.
That's where I go to. Project Slow Runway. Come here, Toshiki's just back from walking the dog, and he went out fancy tonight. Look at, he's got his coat on, because we do guys, we find just want what they want. They want, you know, pocket here or no pocket, a chest pocket, whatever they want. Anyway, this is a basic pea coat that he wears, and I guess he's into voguing tonight, because and this is a scarf of Fratelli and Lockwood that did a party here.
I was just going to ask. They were here yesterday, I think.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, well, you know, we're collectors of each other's work.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So
I
here,
have one question about how do you care for shearling?
Well, if you perceive it to be fragile, it is not. It is like so tough. You wear it, enjoy it. Very little care. If you have the Napoleon finish, which is like a leather finish, that's just really do nothing, like a leather jacket. You just wipe it if something got on it. The suede sometimes could get a little bit of lint or whatever. So you just take, this is a natural bristle hairbrush. Got it at CVS. You can just brush up the suede like that. And we recommend maybe every 5 years or so, you take it, send it off to a cleaner. You can ask us where to send it. There's places, all cleaners send their leathers out somewhere else. So, you can ask us where to send it, unless you have someone that has a source that they're happy with.
Got it. And can you pull that hat off of your lovely mannequin? Because we can't see the.
I know she's lovely, but so I stuck the hat on her. So these are, again, we started making out of the little pieces that we had left over, and it's super warm and
love it. Thank you so much, Maryszka. We'll look at some more colors in a bit. We're gonna send it over to Lauren Blais.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, friend.
Okay. So for those who don't know me, and I'm seeing faces and names that I know, which is really exciting. My name is Lauren Blais. I am based in Boston. My studio is actually in Somerville, and I'm there now, and we'll show you a little bit of my studio. I am in the middle of holiday rush, so it's not as clean as it usually is, but still exciting. So I'll just swing this around a little bit. This is my wall of tools. Everything that I will be showing you is made using these tools. And I think that's pretty exciting. It's one of the more exciting parts of my studio, I think. So for those who don't know my work, it's based on nature, but not in the most obvious way. I really like to work with textures and colors. And throughout my collection, I have a few different lines, but they're all nature-based. So to start, my favorite line and what I wear the most often is probably from my Spires collection. And this is a necklace that I think most people think is really difficult to wear, but it's not. It's super easy, has great movement. The necklace hangs pretty high. This is at 18 inches, but the spires go down to 30. So it's a really nice statement. And the stone is an agate. So much of what I do is one of a kind, and I really love that. I can make it once, I find a stone that I really love, and once it's gone to the right person. So from here, I also love to work with leather, but I like to use a lot of exotic leather. So I am wearing 2 bracelets that I wear pretty much every day while I'm even working in the studio. So my first one is a stingray leather bracelet, and you can see the texture. I love this texture. It kind of reminds me of like caviar. It's rich. I think it's really unexpected and exciting. And the second one is a snakeskin. And you can see they're like kind of beat up and worn, but that's part of jewelry. I mean, it's meant to be worn. Another line that I really love is based on insects. And it actually started with this bracelet. You see, so the body of this bracelet is actually cast from an orb spider. The legs are fabricated, but the best thing about it is this bracelet has a little diamond in the back. If you're gonna wear a spider, it should have a diamond in it. From there, I also moved on and started using the actual shells of the beetles because the colors are just really beautiful. So my favorite pair of earrings I've made that are newer are these. And just hold them up a little bit. So the top stone is a natural chalcedony. These are the actual beetle shells. And the bottom are turquoise. And I love the mix of stones and beetles. It's a little unexpected. It's beautiful, a little weird. Kind of all that I love.
So true.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
I love a
it
little
be weird.
unexpected.
You showed us a little bit in the previous party, this like really great beetle necklace.
Yeah.
Show us that, 'cause it was just so special.
Yeah, so this is newer as well. So these are made with the wings of gem beetles. So I popped the wings off, back them, and I shaped them kind of like gemstones. And you can see the iridescence. They just have this really beautiful color.
Which
Also kind of unexpected.
Yes, very unexpected. And that ring that you have on also has some.
Yeah, so
right?
this ring is also newer. They are butterfly wings and they're set under faceted quartz.
So cool.
And I love the split shank. It's really comfortable. It's a statement. I like big jewelry, but the back of it is also really thin. So it's actually really comfortable to wear while you work.
I mean, and you work in your jewelry all the time, so you can.
I also wear all of my jewelry while I'm working. So it has to be easy to wear and very durable. Yes.
If someone was looking for a gift from you and didn't know like what color stone, or if they wanted something more.
Sure. So my best sellers are definitely earrings. And my two best sellers are these. The first are these lattice hoops. And I love them. They're really easy to wear. They're lightweight. They're a little modern, a little edgy, but still very delicate and feminine. And I also have a newer pair, similar style, in a hoop, because hoops are definitely pretty big this year. I love these. Yeah.
And just because it's a really obviously a quick answer, what inspires your use of materials?
So I'm definitely inspired by color and texture, mostly texture. So for instance, this necklace here, it's one of my favorites. It is a chocolate sapphire, a natural surface quartz, and some quartz points. And I just love the contrast between the textures. I love the colors, the shimmer. Yeah, I think it's a really fun piece. I love statement jewelry.
And is that one in particular a shorter necklace or a longer necklace?
No, so this one is long. So I love to do necklaces. Yeah, I love to do necklaces long because it's just so much easier to throw it on and kind of go.
Oh, it's the perfect.
And and all of my necklaces have this detailing in the chain. And this is kind of my signature.
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah, so you can kind of move it around. I always like to wear them asymmetrical, but if that's not your thing, you can make it even.
They have a life of their own. They're going to do what they want to. They're going to do what your body wants it to do. Like however it moves is where it's supposed to be in my experience.
I love easy jewelry. I'm not fancy, so I need to be able to just like throw something on and go.
Right. Well, that would make any outfit pop. So thank you for showing us that. And we can try on some more later.
Yeah.
And we're going to head over to Nicole deponte.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nicole deponte. I am the necktie maven designer owner of Lilian Asterfield. Welcome. This is my second time doing this, and this is so fun. I'm a ham, so this is like perfect for me. I love chit-chatting with all of you and answering questions and sharing the thing that I love. So earlier today, I talked a little bit about my story, how I started. I'm going to kind of switch it up a little bit, but if you want to know more, just ask. We can, I can answer all those questions later. A lot of people ask me where Lilian Asterfield came from. It's the pet name my grandpa gave my mom when she was little. And when I was little, my grandmother then gave that to me. She's the original necktie maven, and was my biggest fan, and is why I do what I do. So that's the short version. But what I wanted to talk about tonight was a little bit more about styling, because I feel like we love neckties, we love prints, we love silk. All of my pieces are made from refashioning neckties. And it's like, it's kind of, you have that love at first when you see it. But I think that some people have the question of, once I get it home, what am I going to do with it? How do I want to style it?
All right, bye-bye.
So I have a couple mannequins that are dressed up. I've kind of gone over the top because that's my style. You can always style it down, and I'll talk more about that. I'm going to bring this little treasure over here. I have my my birdie, which has two neckties in it. It's a bow shape. I'll show you kind of up close. And as you can see, snaps right in the front, lined in ribbon, label, snap. I have it over just a white Oxford. Perfect start. If you got a white shirt, the buttons down, you are good to go to start with your Lilian Asterfield collection. So basically throw it on top. You can put the collar under if you want. I tend to pop it because I just like the look of that. I think it's really sharp and tailored. And then you can just throw on a basic jacket, basic black jacket. Everybody's got one. Throw it on. You could do a denim coat. You could do a leather jacket, pair of slacks. I have kind of a fun, I like mixing prints. So I have a fun pleated silk skirt kind of paired with it with a fun belt, high-waisted because Victorian kind of flair to it. So that is one recommendation for styling, jacket and a blouse. Easy peasy. The other that I have to recommend is your simple dress. So here's a nice, like, simple navy dress. Boom, done. Snap on, go. This again is the Victorian, which is 3 ties, much like the birdie, but with 3 ties. I'm gonna throw something else on her to show you guys just like a different look. Here's my Aster. So when you go online, you'll be able to see vintage, new ties, a lot of different looks and shapes to choose from, depending on, the look you like and the fit you like. This fits a little bit closer to the neck like an ascot, so it's going to hit sort of closer to the chin. You can see how that finishes that neckline. I mean, it's done. The dress has sort of become this whole new thing. So let's say you're traveling, when we're traveling again. Tuck in your suitcase, comes in this little organza bag. Really, really cute, pack it flat, bring your dress, you bring some jewelry, you bring a couple scarves, you've got like 3 outfits. Now I'm also gonna talk about print on print. We'll talk about her later. I'll come back to her because I know there'll be questions. I'm gonna throw a Catherine on her, and you can have some fun with print on print. All of a sudden you have this like super wild outfit. Obviously not everybody's gonna do print on print, but you never know. So that's an idea too. You could also do just like a simple black and white stripe on there, which also works.
That with that belt and the whole
Yeah, right?
rigmarole there is so good.
Yeah, I sold out of my black and white stripe. I would snap that, but that's for a client, so it's like half done.
Well, someone actually asked a really interesting question. Speaking of snapping, Betsy just asked if you can wear them unsnapped.
If you wanted to, my only concern is I'm a talker with like I'm just like flailing all over the place. So if you feel pretty confident with just kind of resting it like that,
they are really cute that way.
Yeah, you might see the snap. All the snaps are black and they're sewn in. I've toyed with creating an accessory just for the snap so that you can, because the one that really is fun to leave open is like the birdie, sort of like a deconstructed bow tie, you know, and like at the end of a wedding when all the guys are like,
I was gonna say, it's giving the after party vibes.
Yeah. So that has been, I've had a couple clients kind of like chit chat with me about that. So it's, you know, their ideas. I am gonna throw this on just because it's too fun.
It's so, I love that. And it brings me to my next question, which, so if you were able to style a celebrity with your neckties, who would it be?
So first off, Billy Porter.
Done.
I don't even have to tell you why, because it's just
done.
Diane Keaton has always been a huge style icon for me. I just love her idea of having sexy and sophistication not be about undressing, more like overdressing, like the high necks, the layers. I just think
barely see her fingernails, but she's like the sexiest thing in the world. Yeah.
Fabulous. Follow her Instagram if you can. And then also, like, I'm gonna say this while I'm wearing this bow, but Moira from Schitt's Creek is also like her character. If her character could wear all of my things, I would be very excited.
We're gonna have to bring the show back just for you.
Oh,
so good.
So good. And she's just Moira.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And so if somebody was like, wasn't sure how to style for themselves or wasn't sure which type of necktie would work for them, do you do appointments?
Yes.
Virtual appointments?
Absolutely. Something that I think has been marvelous. Obviously, this whole situation has been interesting, but one thing that I found marvelous about it is creating virtual appointments. Even if I were doing shows, I think this is a fantastic thing for everybody to offer. Like to be able to sit down with someone who either wants to do a custom with me, who has ties that are special to create a neck piece, or is kind of like seesawing between a couple of different shapes that would fit well. We do this. It's like this. I'm in a more basic outfit and I'm trying things on and we're talking about fit and measuring the neck, and it's a really nice personalized experience. It's when I get to give like the customer service that I love to give to my clients. So yeah, I'm really excited about offering them more and having clients use them more. So absolutely, anytime.
Yeah, it's one of those unique, beautiful things that has come out of this really awful time is finding new ways to connect with people. Just like Art Party Central, these virtual moments are really pretty amazing. So, and I can attest to the service. I just ordered one and it was really fun. So measuring my neck was not fun, but anyway, just a personal problem. So thank you so much, Nicole. We'll try on some more later in the after party.
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna send it over to Mary. She's got to unmute. There you go.
Did I get it? Okay. Welcome. I'm Mary Jaeger, and I'd like to welcome you to my atelier in Brooklyn. I lived a long time, a great part of my adult life, 8 years, in Kyoto and in Tokyo, Japan, and traveled a lot in Southeast Asia. So my signature and what I feel the most comfortable in are dark colors like indigos and blacks and charcoals. However, I think this year has really changed the way a lot of us perceive color and the way a lot of us perceive ourselves. So this year for the holidays, I'm dressing up. I'm adding a splash of color to the table. Because I also feel very strongly that women set the tone for the party. And when we show up and we feel good about ourselves, it allows everyone else to feel good and to kind of shift and change their attitude. So this is my Layers for Courage poncho. And it's a digital print of a pile of scraps that I had in my studio that I was repurposing, which is one part of my collection. So there are several parts to my collection. So tonight we're just going to kind of walk through the collection. But first I'd like to introduce you to my daughter. This is Edith. And Edith is wearing a hand-woven and hand-dyed cashmere shawl, which I call the Kyoto Mist. So Edith could be wearing which I would feel super comfortable in, you know, a dark slate and an indigo shawl, but instead we're stepping it up this season with a little bit of cranberry and natural. And you can see it's going to have a very different effect if I turn my Kyoto Mist shawl the other way so that the white is next to her face. Which way do you like it, Edith?
I think it depends on the outfit and the occasion.
Well, what you're wearing now?
Well,
a black halter top and pants.
The cranberry dresses it up and the white dresses it down. So today I'm feeling the cranberry. I'm feeling dressy.
So you like the cranberry up or the cranberry down?
Cranberry up.
Cranberry up, okay. So this is called the Kyoto Mist shawl, and it's called Kyoto Mist because when I lived in Japan, I was really mystified every morning, and I watched every morning when the mist would rise over the mountains. And this has that kind of soft, ethereal feeling that I experienced there. And I read something very interesting in the December issue of Bazaar. And it was written by Ruth Bader Ginsburg's granddaughter. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg has one of my classic Kyoto Mist shawls that's natural and indigo. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg's granddaughter said that she often wears her grandmother's clothes and she embodies her spirit in wearing them, which means that they're heirloom pieces. And I hope that my pieces are also passed on and shared by many generations, because I do feel they're ageless and they're timeless and they're the quality that lasts. So in keeping with this year and kind of what's happening in terms of color and fun, and the new color for Pantone color for 2021 is gray and also yellow. This is another way that I would step out for the holidays, just something that's fun, super easy, and lightweight. So these shawls are digital prints of my original hand-dyed work. And what I've done is, the wonderful thing about an iPhone is you can use it to document different stages of the process and work as I'm doing it. So I've taken those small images that are often only about a 4x4 to a 6x6 size in actuality, and expanded them and manipulated the design into an 84-inch super graphic. So I'm going to show you this pattern. So what I love about these is from far away, they're very bold and colorful and strong, yet close up, they have a very intimate texture that really pulls you in. And this is one of my favorites. When I've done my hand-dyed work, I'm known for my shibori work, which is shaped resist technique that's often done, one part of that technique is done by hand stitching. If I put this on either, it's done by hand stitching. So this was a white t-shirt, tunic, that I dyed slightly pink, and now I'm hand stitching it to create the pattern. When this pattern on this t-shirt was in this stage, I took a photograph of it. I took that photograph and I blew it up into a super graphic. And this is what I call my blue threads chiffon. So I'm going to suggest we all wear something like this to celebrate Hanukkah or the first day of Christmas morning. So a really simple robe with a belt. I'm not going to do a very good job tying this, but just to give you an idea, what you can do with a very simple silk dress underneath, like Nicole's doing with her ascots, which I love, and then just layering it. Do you want to turn around a little bit, Edie? with a very simple kimono shaped robe. When I finished this tunic, I took a photograph of it, did a little bit of collage work, and the result was this. I call this whole collection my whispering textiles because they have designs that I think are very ethereal and airy. So this is what I call the name of the scarf is Oval for Courage. Edie, do you want to just wrap this for us? And now I'd like to show you some of my couture pieces. So several years ago, I had an exhibition at a museum in Switzerland with 5 of my colleagues. And at that time, I wanted to take my work from a fashion context into more of a contemporary art context. It was also when the world was changing dramatically. I think we were becoming more aware of social injustice, climate change, political upheavals. So I chose 7 words of hope. And my words are love, joy, peace, compassion, empathy, courage, and compassion. I think I messed something up in there. But each one of these words is hand embroidered on my jackets. So if you look very closely, they're usually in a very discreet place. I don't know, I'm gonna pull Edie up to my camera. Can you read that?
Yes, we can.
Courage. So then to top off these jackets, I would put on a little neck wrap, which are my accordion bonbons. You have no right or wrong way to put on, but they can be twisted, and they're just a really fun way to add an accent to an otherwise plain ensemble. Do you want to take the jacket off and show how it looks with just a dress?
Love it.
So
and
there we are.
If somebody wanted to, if they needed to like try anything on, do you do in-person appointments right now and or virtually?
You know, both work for me. I have a large, it's an old factory studio that I'm in Brooklyn. So please call me up, make an appointment. You're welcome to come. We wear a mask and follow CDC guidelines. And I'm also happy to meet with you virtually, either by Zoom, FaceTime, whatever is the easiest for you.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. I love seeing your collection. You know, I'm such a fan.
Thank you.
And we'll try on some more a little later. I want to see more bonbons. We're going to send it over to our last artist of the evening, Sam Stone. Sam?
Hi, everyone. I don't see myself. Oh, there we go. Hi, I'm Sam. And I am half of a fabulous hat making duo. My partner, Nora Swan, and I have been making timeless, exquisite handmade hats up here in Vermont for 10 years now. So we actually met when our now 17-year-olds were in a Montessori preschool together. And we were friends a long time before we decided that we wanted to make hats together. Nora came to this after having gone to the FIT Institute, or the Fashion Institute of Technology, after going to FIT and graduating from their millinery program and working in New York as a milliner for, I think, a good 10 years or so. And I had moved to Vermont to raise my kids from New York City also, entirely different background, but I was here in Vermont, I was making felt. I had sheep and I was doing a lot of fiber work. So we sort of came together, and initially I would make the felts and hand them off to Nora, and she would steam them and stretch them over hat blocks and trim them. And now we kind of are doing all tasks together. We do have 2 different studios, but we work together on a lot of the aspects of our hats. I wanted to show you sort of how our hats start out. So this is a wooden hat block, and the crown actually and the brim are 2 separate pieces because that allows us to mix and match crowns with brims. We have a wide range of hat blocks. These 2 blocks Nora carved herself because we have some real specific desires sometimes. But but what I wanted to, the reason I think that it's sort of important to be looking at the shape. So here is a brim block with a wool felt on it. And you can kind of see how, you know, this brim has a lot of curve and shape to it. And what's really important about the shape is hats are right on your face. So very, very small differences in the curve of your brim, in the shape of your crown are going to change a lot about your overall look in the end. And this brim actually becomes this hat. I have the crown block too, but I just have so many things around me right now. And this is a hat that we call the Gal Friday. It's one of our most popular hats. We have it in a bunch of different colors. And even when we change the color or the trim, it gives you a very different look. But that is one of the things that we find most magical in our minds about hats, is that every time you put on a different hat, it brings out a different facet of your personality. And it's one of the things to think about when thinking of what is the right hat for me, or what is the right hat for somebody that I want to purchase a hat for. So I'm going to actually take off this beautiful Lilian Asterfield piece because I think it gives me some personality as well. So I just wanted to show a few different, when I change up my hat, how it brings out a different part of my personality. And so when we're thinking about, you know, we're sort of adorning ourselves from here up these days, unfortunately, for better or for worse. You know, when joining a cocktail party with some of your friends on Zoom, that is a world of difference from, you know, maybe having a business meeting on Zoom. And what I've really found is, maybe I'm the only one, I don't know. I'm often sort of in my pajamas sewing away all day and then like, oh no, I have this thing I need to look really good for. So, you know, you can sort of change your top, maybe put on a Lilian Asterfield, pop a hat on, and now you've completely changed up everything you're conveying. It also works in person as well, of course. I'm just sort of talking about the times, but I just wanted to show you, because we're in festive times right now, and I think we're going to be doing a lot of holidays online. But even, I mean, for me, even having a party with my kids and my partner, we all try to dress up because we're trying to still be part of the season. Just changing up what's going on so close to your face. I mean, I think I've made my point at this point. But I think also, as a few of us have said already, even though we're not seeing you in person, we're able to do this with you over Zoom or FaceTime. We're able to talk through with you, whether you're used to wearing hats and you already know what you want, but you just want to see what's in our studio, or you want our help because this is something we're really good at, talking to you about whether we're talking about you or someone you love that you want to purchase a hat for, but talking to you about, you know, what is your day-to-day? What are the kinds of things you like to wear? What is maybe even that sort of aspect of your personality that you've been trying to put out there a little bit more? We become your personal stylists. I sort of put in the chat, I don't know, Nicole, if you saw me, but I'm really hoping that you will style me every morning because that is something I really would enjoy tremendously. But this is what we know. These are the things that we are really good at, and you can lean on us for that. And if you're talking to us about a loved one, we can ask you questions about his or her face shape, hair, what kind of, like, do we want to look at some of the hats that you can crush and you can wear out in the snow and you can wear, you know, wear doing just about anything? Or are we looking at something that's sort of to dress up and kind of liven their mood for the, and everyone around them, of course, for the day? And that's what I just wanted to be able to sort of share with you all, is that even though we're not seeing you, we're able to do that very well with you.
Yes, you are. You're excellent at it. And you just mentioned those warm and snuggly hats. You just happened to just mention them. Can you,
Yeah,
can you show us some of those?
Yes. So this one, I sort of inadvertently called this the boyfriend hat because this is actually what my partner wears, and he has a giant head, like giant, I'm not exaggerating. And I am pretty average head size. I'm not average for a woman. And this hat has a drawstring in it. So this hat is, we call them our soft wool felt hats, or our soft and cozy hats. So we have a whole line of hats that we make the felt on a felt loom. So we are able to either lay 2 layers of wool fiber that's felted into each other. So we do 2 different colors, or in this case, this is a men's wool suiting that we felted merino wool into the inside. This is a different style. This is a mohair fabric that we felted wool into, and this has a buckle. These are all adjustable, so they make great gifts. They're all squishable. Here is a beret. This is what we call our art felt. You know, like I said, we make the felt so we're able to add in these silks and yarns and things. And so here's a beret. I mean, it's freezing here in Vermont, so I pull it down really far, but you know, you can style it however you want. But yes, we have a whole line of hats that, like, you can smush them, you can wear them in the rain, you can wear them in the snow, and then you just put them back on your head, and that's actually what's going to help shape it.
Perfect. I mean, who doesn't love a snuggly, yummy, warm thing in the winter?
So, my God, and up here in Vermont, we have lots of snow already, which is
kind of. You do? You already have snow? Wait. Well, stay warm, darling. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of the artists for sharing their stories and showing us their incredible work. We also wanted to say thank you to all of you before we draw the 7 raffle prizes and let you know how much we appreciate you. I'm not personally an artist. I type, that's my art. But I'm gonna say all of this as though I work, because it's their words that I'm speaking. So you are why we make our work in the first place. And so many of you recognize the challenges that the artists have been facing without shows, and you've often asked us how you can help. And the easiest way to help is to just keep coming back to the parties, keep telling other people about them, explain why handmade is different and better. I mean, I think it's better. And, you know, follows on social media, shares, all of that is really critical to all of the artists and the success of them being able to remain in business. Small business is really struggling right now. So the fact that you're here is really just so special to everybody, and it inspires them and really keeps them going. So keep doing all of that and feel free to reach out and tell them what you're loving, or just say thank you or hi. Everybody really loves that. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say on that front. We love you. You're great. Fantastic. Let's give away some prizes now. We are going to give away one $50 gift certificate to each of the artists' websites. And we're going to choose the winners randomly from who's on the party. And we also encourage everybody to unmute themselves. It's really fun when everybody cheers along when there's a winner. So feel free to do that. If you are one of the lucky winners, we do ask that you put your name and email address in the chat, and that's how we will send your gift certificates to you. And while we love puppies and whatnot, if you do have background noise, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself until that ends, that would be very helpful. So without further ado, the winners are on my phone, so pardon me if I look down. They were texted to me by my fabulous co-host, Carla. So let's pull some gift certificates. The first winner is for Meghan Patrice Riley Jewelry, and the winner is, drum roll, I just made the weakest drum roll on my side.
Okay.
Jenny
I'll do it
Hammer.
for you.
Congratulations, Jenny.
Thank you.
And just a reminder, put your name and email address in the chat. If you're uncomfortable sending it to everybody.
Nope, I'm not. I won a prize in one of the others and it was fabulous. I love this. I'm having so much fun because I'm also a jewelry designer.
Oh,
So
that's great.
I love all this inspiration.
That's great. Thanks so much, Jenny. But if anybody else is uncomfortable, you can also send your email address directly to the admin. So the next winner is for Crystal Kodada. And the winner is Donna Pedala.
Woo!
Congratulations, Donna.
Great. That's me. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to take this off of speaker view so I can see your fabulous excitement.
Here, I can put here. Here I am. Thank you. I'm wearing fabulous earrings I got from the Garrison's annual art fair that they had to cancel this year. So I tried to find something artsy to wear.
We're here for you.
So the winner for Toshiki Maryszka is Victoria Nugent.
Woo!
Congratulations, Victoria.
Victoria.
The winner for Lauren Blais Jewelry is Katie Wild. Congratulations, Katie. The winner for Lilian Asterfield is Edwina Marvin.
Woo!
Congratulations, Edwina.
Thank you.
We have two left. The winner for Mayor Jaeger is Tony Chandler. Congratulations, Tony.
Thank you.
And our final winner of the evening for Swan&Stone Millinery is Betsy Miller.
Woo, Betsy!
It's what I've been waiting for, the perfect excuse. Place to wear the hat I wanted to buy.
Oh my goodness, perfect. Love when that happens.
And
What
we
is the word?
don't have anyone's email in the chat yet. No one's.
Yes, so if you can put your emails in the chat, then we'll actually be able to send you your gift certificate.
Or at GM the admin.
Yes, either way. Either way works fine. So congratulations to all of the winners. Because we want everyone to leave feeling like they won something, we are also going to give you all a coupon code for 10% off at all of these artists' websites, which, by the way, many artists never discount their work. So this is like a big deal. The coupon will be good from today through December 16th. And so head over to those websites, do some retail shopping for yourself, or, great gifts. Holidays are coming. Hanukkah tonight. Happy Hanukkah to anybody who celebrates. And along those lines, reminder that shipping is a challenge this time of year. So get your holiday orders in today, tomorrow, very, very soon. The coupon code for today's party is DEC10 Art Party, which I'll put in the chat here. Sorry, typing and doing is not that easy. We will also send a follow-up email to everyone with that code and all of the links to everybody's websites that was here today. Something that occurred to me today, we only have 3 more days of parties this entire year. We can't believe it. We've already had 17 days of parties and now we're down to 3. We have one this Saturday, we have one next Tuesday, and our final party will be next Wednesday. And all of the artists are on our Eventbrite page, which is where you would RSVP. You can get to that link from artpartycentral.org. And I wanted to make sure to give a thank you again to my fabulous co-host Carla Goodian for helping out today. You may not have seen her, but she was in the background making sure that everything ran smoothly. And if you get a chance, check out her website as well, which is carlagoodian.com. How are we doing on the emails, Carla?
Okay, we are missing Edwina Marvin and Katie Wild, please.
Okay, so if it turns out that you don't have the chat, you can also email us at artpartycentral@gmail.com, artpartycentral@gmail.com, and we'll get you your gift certificate. So I think I can speak for all of the artists by saying you guys rock, and we really miss seeing you in person, but this has been such a great way to stay connected. We are gonna stay and hang out and chat for a little while for anybody that wants to stay on. We know it's getting later in the evening. It's almost my bedtime. So if you're not required to stay on, but
I want a $50 prize just for listening. I don't know what it's only for one person, so I'm not sure what it was for.
We'll send it to you later on.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And so yeah, let's open it up. Let's have a chit chat. Feel free to unmute, and if you have questions, ask away. Anybody have any specific questions for any of the artists that are here?
You want to see what brooches Megan's working on?
Oh yes, okay. Okay, so far I have zip tie brooches, but this is the beginning. Holy cow, I attached it to here. Hi guys. Nice to see everybody. I have my ladies here tonight. This is what a zip tie this is zip ties, but I basically sprayed it and it's squishy also. It's light. Then I did, to get really crazy. Oh my God.
So fun.
This is amazing. And it's light. What's great is it's super light. So this I ombre-ed.
Hold it up.
Wow.
On your
On
schmata.
my lapel. This one's gold and silver ombre, so I kind of like, I don't know.
You played, you had fun.
Yes, always.
This was be one of those on my Sherlocks.
Yes. Oh,
like,
yes.
Do you see what Pam said? Pam McCormick says it's a fascinator too. And yes, it is, Pam.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
So many,
okay, I didn't even think about that.
Collaboration coming. I feel it.
I mean, obviously, I feel like, okay, I'm also going to make, Nicole, we need to make like custom little attachments. You can wear it open, or there's possibilities, I think.
Yeah,
for,
like a magnet.
Like a little chain.
Like a magnet chain, yeah.
Remember when they had those sweater chains that with two clips that would hold together in the 50s with your...
I have 19 million of your necklaces and now like 47 of Nicole's bow ties, so we can just work it out.
So fun.
We're here for you. So this is the beginning of sculpting to doing it in cable. So I'm working on the mechanisms. I have big tubes and sterling silver coming, and there's I think there's going to be ones that pop into. So this is very Betsy, but I will take these kind of more linear pieces, but then take my magnet clasps and I can put them into the piece. Like bring something up from here and bring this up into here.
You
by
turn
using the
necklace into a necklace and a brooch, basically.
And into a whole nother shape or shorter or different. There's like a lot of possibilities, and the brooches are going to start magneting into it. So 2021 is coming.
Yes, stay tuned.
I'm excited, yeah.
And Megan has more parties coming. She'll be on at least one more. One more?
I'm hosting on Saturday. There's a great group, and then I'm going to be on. I think I'm on Tuesday and Wednesday next week.
Okay, great. So we'll see more of her, which is great. And Nicole, you were.
I'm just playing with Megan's necklace that I have on top of this bow that I made. Sorry.
No, let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh my God, yes, the chain.
So that's like one of my Megan necklaces. I have these like great big earrings, and I was like, I couldn't figure out which piece I would wear them with. So I put this on. And I was like, I could wear this underneath an ascot and then like do a surprise reveal, like hang it up, like
Superman it.
But now I'm like been doing these crazy like DiPione Gentleman Jack snap-on ascots, and this is just perfect.
I like the bows.
The collar on that piece is. Can you turn to the side?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me take this off and I'll show it to you. So I do these in a bunch of different colors.
So fun.
And it just snaps just like the others.
It is like a fake collar mixed.
Yeah.
It's like a Dickie.
I was just gonna say it's the new Dickie.
Yes. Is it weird? I have a collection of these, like Peter Pan ones in velvet.
Not at all.
Just because? Okay.
No, not at all. It's like any of it. all of it and any of it. Scrunchies, bows, scarves.
Beautiful.
All of it. I was just Googling mock turtlenecks earlier. I mean, like, the world has changed. Liz, do you have a question?
No, not really a question, more of a comment. So Nicole, your ascots are so much cooler than any than what I'm, but it put me in mind of back in the 80s, and I'm dating myself, when I first started having to wear suits and be a professional. They had, I don't know if you guys, anybody on the call remembers, they had these little, like the Brooke Brothers ties that you wore a shirt, you put the tie, and they had the little, like I had one in particular, emerald green, that had a big fan, or it had I had blue and navy kind of tie-like, whatever. But if for whatever reason it put, I mean, and thank God I don't have to wear those kind of suits anymore. But it just put me in mind, and it made me think back and think about, gee, I kind of wish I would have kept those.
I know, they're wild, aren't they?
Fun to work with.
They would have like necklace. They would like be these like necklace things that you pay. It was almost like a fake bow tie, but it had this like floofy, like, you know, they'd make all these things.
Yeah, like a big bow, or like I said, a big fan or whatever. But it's one of those things. I'm a big get rid of, like, well, I live in a New York apartment, so I get rid of stuff.
Well, your style moved on. You moved on.
But anyway, I love yours. I love yours.
Back again.
It was so much cooler than what I wore in the 80s, but you put me in mind of what I wore in the 80s.
Well, and also Nicole has really something for like every type of person. You said her work is cooler than you feel like you're ready for. But I mean, I literally, first thing this pandemic, I went in and got just a bow headband from her, super easy piece to show up in. And I also wear it as a neck piece.
Yeah, we are all gonna
and it's
I know we all gonna like show and tell now, right?
So fun.
Megan's, I remember that one. That one is.
This is my colors. This is my brand.
And you have a cutifier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I destroyed the cutifier
too.
I'll break the mold. I'll break the mold and show up in court in something.
Yeah. I will hook you up. We will find something perfect.
And then when they say, but you're not wearing a tie, you'll be like, I'm wearing 3 actually, excuse you.
I like the idea of almost bringing that back from the 80s, something like echoing that as a style. I can really see, I think that would be cute too, Nicole.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I agree, especially because all I do is appear in court via Zoom.
Right.
So you're like maybe pants optional with the top and the sky. It's perfect.
I know. I never have
wearing pants tonight. I don't know.
I always have pants on, but they're always stretchy. I love the word.
Yes,
Elastic waistbands have become my.
I'm hysterically crying. I love it. It's fantastic. Anywho, let's. Did anybody else have any questions for anybody or fabulous comments that make us cry with laughter afterwards? If not, I'm gonna swing over to Crystal and ask her a question. Swing over to Crystal. I wanted to see the inside of the yellow bag, the 3-way.
Oh yeah.
That lovely. You obviously, I have an obsession with her yellow bags. I always ask her about the yellow ones.
Ew. Yes, you post on your awesome fashion blog on Instagram.
Thank you.
And actually, I sold out of the clutch that you posted. So thank you.
Yeah. Hey.
Look, this is the inside, so you can have there's a pocket.
Good amount of room in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. It may seem like thinner, like thin, but it's not. Like, it actually surprisingly can fit like a lot of things in there. It's sort of like Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Yeah. And then that front pocket, does that fit? That fits a whole.
It does. It fits a
whole
phone.
phone.
Of course, it's hysterical. This is like my mock-up. So these are a prop. It's not a real cell phone, but.
Did you just go to the cell phone store and you just like grabbed all the display fake ones? You were like, sorry, I need these.
Right. Oh, you're talking about like those like dummies. But then actually, here's my real phone too, so you can see. It's actual real phone, and it just kind of just slides right in there. So you're just kind of walking around. Yep, and it's just like bam, right there. And then it can also, then if you want to switch up your look, like you just turn it over.
Oh.
And then there's still another pocket, which you can then also take that same phone and put it in this pocket as well.
I didn't remember that there was a pocket in the back.
Oh yeah, there's always, yes. That's like always, that's my rule of thumb of like, there's gotta be a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back, always. It's like,
That's so good. And it's really good for like, if you live in the city or for when we're traveling again and you're like at a museum in Italy and you don't want someone to steal your phone, you put it in front of you, like on your body. Because, you know, that's my normal life is obviously worrying about that. Thank you for showing me that, Crystal.
Thank you.
Anybody else have questions before I keep?
I do.
Go for it.
It's for Crystal. Your black clutch, I think, is fabulous. I'm not a gold person at all. Could I order the black but have it with silver hardware, or do you only do gold hardware?
Which black bag did you see on the
The
site?
one with the one you put your hand through?
Oh, right, which is, yeah, that one's sold out. And but yes. So at the moment, yeah, it's just like a very, very light gold right now. Going forward, maybe potentially, just like, because I do very like limited runs, so I have everything's just one color, but definitely stay tuned for sure. I'll keep that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. I forget what your big bag is called with all the pockets.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Does that come in other colors?
It so yes, it comes in this color, and it also comes in the black as well. So those are. Yeah.
And because everything is limited edition and you know whatnot, I would suggest to everybody the website's the best place to go to see what's currently there.
Yes, because to add to that point, Laura, yes, like, cause a lot of people ask like, oh, this, you know, this is sold out and that's sold out, and it's like, oh, you know, I try to keep it like really special and like, yeah, limited edition, so that, you know, to keep it, you know, because I feel like, yes, the customers are like, they contribute to the evolution of my brand. With the just like revolving, how it grows, like, you know, that we retire new things, new styles and all that kind of stuff. So I always say that it's important if you like see a style that you like that's like available to kind of just like grab it then, so that you have it. So, you know, if it was meant to be, it will be for you.
Totally. Leather is not a man-made fabric. So you only have as much as you have, and then that's it. So thank you for sharing all of that. Let's see. Anybody else have questions before I keep playing? Let's swing over to Mary for a minute. I wanted to see, oh, you've donned a bonbon in a new way for me. Those are so yummy.
Well, there's no wrong or right way to put on, just like with Lilian Asterfield's wonderful neck pieces. So these are circular loops. And when you put them on, I want you to think of compressing and releasing the pleats and twisting them and turning them. And one of the things that I really like about them is every time you put them on, they're a little bit different. But if you're just wearing just a plain, clean canvas, they can really add a lot of zip to your ensemble in a very simple way, you know, like Lilian Asterfield pieces. And I think they're really beautiful with a statement piece of jewelry, like Meghan's jewelry, or the other jewelry pieces that you have in your heirloom collection that you love. And they fold flat, so they're very easy to store and to travel with.
Never mind the fact that I want to wear them all the time, but I also feel like I would just sit on my couch, like
playing with
the pleats.
Because it's like a little fan when you fold it up. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Betsy. Yeah.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see Liz. I want to see you go to court in Lilian Asterfield one day or one session. And then the next time I want you to wear a bonbon. And then I think you should just keep everyone on their toes with how fabulous you are.
Oh, with the kitty too.
With the kitty too.
Yeah. So cute.
The kitty's not allowed to appear in court.
Oh,
Bad.
what a shame.
But the other one, she and the other one often like to make noise in the background.
Oh,
Court.
got
But
it.
I'll have to try that. That sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
And actually a really
Maybe I need a hat as well.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, I feel like that. Yes.
That's a no-brainer.
My brainer, right? That's right, Maryszka.
I was actually going to say one of Maryszka's cowls, because it's super, shows that cowl again. They're super functional and snuggly, but also really fabulous.
And when you've got that client, you just have to, go in with something like this, something
Okay.
blue.
Can you wear that on your head?
You
Can you
can.
wear the cowl on your head?
Oh my goodness. I love that.
If you want something a little more subtle.
That's a good question. Betsy was asking about the Toscana cowl.
Oh, I don't have one of those up here. It's the Toscana's a longer wool, so it's a little bulkier. And what we did was every other square is Toscana, and then with the merino mix, so you've got a little quirkier look to it.
Oh,
Really
was that kind
fun,
of like
but
the
I
brown
don't have
scarf
one up
you
here.
showed me? Was
I
that
saw it on the website. I just wanted to see it like in situ, but
It is on the web. It's on the website. You saw it.
I wanted
Yeah. Sorry,
Virtual
not everything's.
Virtual appointment.
Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
Great.
I
Good
will
night.
show you.
I'm really leaving. Bye. Thank you.
And Maryszka, you had pulled out, like when we were just all chatting before the party started, a brown one of your scarves.
Oh yeah, the chocolate mix. This is just like, you can't go wrong with this guy.
No, and that's like super unisex also.
Oh, I sell guys wear our cowls. Real men wear our cowls.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, I
Is
love
there a
that.
metallic in there? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but
This is a leather finish.
Oh my
This is the
God.
suede, and this one has a little pearlized stuff going on with it.
very cool.
So good. So good. Thank you for showing me
It's
that.
the mask hider too.
As long as you don't use it as a mask, like use a
No.
real mask, folks. It's just my preference. I did want to ask Lauren a question too. Did anybody else have questions before I keep playing?
No, I would like to try on more jewelry. Always. Yes,
Yeah,
Lauren,
I'm ready
please.
to try some on.
Yes, let's try some more jewelry on.
So I have something kind of cool because we were talking about brooches. I don't know. And brooches have also been on my mind. So I made one the other day and I haven't posted it yet, but it's been on my mannequin because Nicole and I were talking about this. And it's a double.
Yes.
Right? It just seems like the
This is what
year-
could connect the two parts of the tie so you can wear it open or asymmetrical.
You should
It
see the
just
picture she
seems-
sent me. It's so cool. Accessory for your accessory.
Right. So I sent Nicole a picture of it on one of her pieces because I had to figure out how to make it work, and her neck piece was what I had in the studio. But it's stingray leather and an agate.
So good. I
And
love that leather.
the cool thing about it is I have this yellow snake skin. So I'm also, I love
Really
yellow.
pretty color. Almost chartreuse. Like a really bright lemony.
Yeah, I love yellow. And so I felt like I
Odd
had
fire
to
color. Yeah.
pop it in. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool because we were all talking about it. But
I love it.
You just turned to the side and I just saw the earrings you were wearing. Can you show me?
yeah, so these are new and I'm loving them. I don't know if you can see. They're a little asymmetrical. So the stones are all a little off, but the same. It's a lavender turquoise, a moonstone, and a natural surface lapis.
I love natural surface stones.
Same, I do. I think like the texture, the color is just so much better. And I know these are really bright, but I think they read as pretty neutral.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't notice, not that I didn't notice you were wearing earrings, but I didn't notice the color until you like directly turned to the side.
Yeah, this natural lapis, the color is so gorgeous. And with this blue, I also have, like, Nicole was wearing these earlier.
I forgot to put them on. I feel so terrible.
That's okay.
Like I wore them and then.
I have ones that are similar that I think are really cool as well. And if you can see,
Is that blue with druzy in there?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not druzy, it's an azurite.
As of wow, yes.
So
As a wow.
I know.
Oh, wait, what?
The color is so great. And the top stone is actually an amylite, and it's with mother of pearl inlay.
So
Kind of weird, kind of fancy. I love stuff like this.
you know what I was just thinking also about that brooch is that it would actually look really amazing on a Swan&Stone hat. Like what hat would you put something like that on, Sam? Like
what hat would I put? What hat wouldn't?
I mean, like what
hat wouldn't I
style would
put it
like
on?
take show me some fancy hats.
So we have, I mean, it's hard to say what is fancy because there's like
true.
It's sort of like a lot of whatever, because this reads is fancy because it points up and it's bright red, right? So that's kind of exciting. But this one,
that's
fun. So this one's kind of fun. My 11-year-old helped design it.
That's so fun. You haven't shown us that yet.
Nora asked him what she should do with the feathers. Am I saying that right, Nora? Because I'm pretty sure you asked him and he directed you over this direction.
Yep. He definitely had input into it. Yeah. I was thinking, so in terms of those the brooches, I think, the big wide brimmed one, it's in green. It's got points
that I don't have access to from here.
Well,
is it? Oh, you can't.
Not necessarily that brooch, but like even the purple hat that you just had on, where it flips up, if you had like a piece right underneath where your hand is.
Yeah. I think Nora is thinking of this, maybe this shape.
Ooh, I feel like we're getting new hats I haven't seen yet. I'm so excited.
I love that.
Is that a twig? What is on the
Yeah,
side?
this is driftwood that Nora collected on the banks of the river.
Yeah,
Nicole, very Nicole.
Nicole's like, wait, move.
Is that a twig?
It's driftwood, dude. Yes.
And you see the asymmetry in the crown too, which is
such a great hat.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite hat.
This one here?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like Carmen Sandiego. Where's Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, I think we need to show the driftwood collection again. Nora sort of did one of the talks on the driftwood collection, and so now they've all gone astray a little bit because we talked about them before and now they're not within reach. But this
what is that hat called? The shape of that hat that you have on your head? Nora? Anyone?
Nora?
Website?
Well, go ahead. Is it the Vivian?
I don't remember. It's a variation on the now I'm not even
it's somewhere in one of a kind hats, I'm sure of it.
It's on the website in our signature hats, but the trouble is we name hats and then we switch the crown with the brim, and then to us it's a very different hat. So then we name it another hat or another name, and then we get a little confused. But the Vivian, the brim is the Vivian brim.
I think I have it. I'm gonna put
the crown is something different.
Good work, Carla. Yeah, it's such a great hat. You were just pulled another hat down you were going to show us.
Oh no, I was just showing you the drama of the feather, because this starts off as just such a, I mean, in some ways it's a simple fedora, but that's why I said, fancy is such a hard thing to say, because are we talking shape or are we talking trim or are we talking, because this you could wear with jeans, I mean, in my world, I mean, but you could also, I mean, in some ways it's such a fancy hat because of the shape of it. It's a lot more dramatic.
I have a picture of myself in a yellow and black dress with that hat you just held up with the yellow feather that I tried on at Grand Central.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a cool, like.
I remember that outfit so
Yeah.
well, Carla.
Yeah, that's right, Carla. But look at this hat on. It's so fun.
It is
And yet
so
when I
fun.
show it, it's
a yellow
it's quite
night.
simple. What'd you say?
This is the night we celebrate the color yellow.
Oh yeah. I need a crystal Kodada bag.
It's the color of light. It's the beginning of Hanukkah. It's the color of light.
It's
you know,
also
I'm
yellow
making a connection.
and gray was just named Pantone.
Pantone, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, right.
Very on trend right now.
Maryszka no, Mary told us that, right?
Yes.
Yes, and the gray, right? With the mix with the gray, yeah.
Gray, soft gray.
Dove
Soft
gray, like a soft, yeah.
Very yellow.
Very chic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I supposed to keep showing things? Am I still on the?
I think
I'll let you down.
we've touched base with everybody again. If anybody has additional questions, now's your time. And if not, we're gonna say thank you.
Yeah, and we all take appointments too. There are still time for a couple more appointments before the seat, but right?
Yeah.
For me, I'm still taking appointments.
We're still taking appointments.
Awesome. So thank you all so much for being here. This was such a fun party. And thanks for hanging out with us afterwards. And again, we have 3 more parties for the rest of this year. We are going to be continuing into 2021. We just haven't figured out the schedule yet, but we're going to get there. So we'll be here Saturday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So keep us on your radar and we hope to see you again. And thank you so much. If we don't see you, happy holidays and
Thank you.
be well.